You have 4 water, 3 earth, 2 fire. So you don't need more depth or smolder or feist or competence. Could use a little more air, to tease molecules of playful lightheartedness into the deeper realms, right? Even though Uranus and Jupiter are in the sky in Earth signs, they are sky gods, right? They are air. And so the metaphor I like with Uranus says, I'm a part of you, and I am a synchronicity enhancer, right? So I'm a part of you and will connect you to the coolest things possible, inwardly and outwardly. And all I want from you is willingness off at some point doing your, priestess in a cave thing. You're just, whatever gesture is meaningful to you, but some proclamation of like, all right, I accept the deal, whatever the coolest thing possible, I'm willing, right? And it's as though the backstage goes, she's hoisted her sails of willingness. Here comes wind. And nothing is simple. And in your progress chart that I'm peering at over here, your progressed Mercury is for Gemini for a couple years. And its image is a radical magazine circulating, liberating ideas. Your progressed Mars is retrograde, inward, powerful, discreet, at 15 Libra, charming, but its image is a boat dock wrecked by storms is getting repaired, rebuilding the entire world. So there's some air layered in, but also, whatever we don't have is numinous. So it's like, ooh, ideas. Right, and say other people are like, ideas all the time, and you're like, no, ideas. But it is your moon. It is your moon, which adds some weight here. And then, as I said, I may come back to Moon in Libra, Venus's realm, Uranus makes a quirky thing. These are all 8th house beings here. Your Mercury in Pisces, trine your Mars, your detective thing. So see, the idea is anything that's hiding, you can find it. Yeah. So your Mercury in Pisces, which is pretty great because we go deep investigating, diagnostic, and we go, oh, thank goodness you're kind, because you see a lot, right? And we go, oh, it's very lucky, fundamentally kind Mercury, especially if, somebody has confided in you. I mean, see, 8th house planets are secret family. Also, we want to go way, way, way back to make sense of it because it's a really profound realm. It's sort of backstage. It's the invisible. But it's like, hello, Leo rising. Hi, Aries, good to meet you. And then these guys are watching more than people know, and not missing much, and know that small things can tell big stories. And that's why we go, oh, it's lucky you're kind. That's very good, because you see a lot. The image for your Mercury is a woman with a bugle calling in a new tide of cultural energy. Your all-important Chiron and your Saturn. Chiron, last sign of zodiac, 26 Pisces, whose image is a full moon bearing a message of peace. And then Saturn and Aries, let's take these old things and bring them alive in a new way, but also peaceful and fierce. The oppositions are, like, let's disrupt the inauthentic to come back into authentic balance, right? So you have to be woofy sometimes to go now, right, to get to the real thing. And it's also why I'm currently in love with the word deliberate, because it comes from Libra, to balance, and then it comes from 2 Latin verbs, librare, to liberate, and libare, to balance. So to be deliberate is to be in a state of liberating balance. Since your whole life is art, you get to throw things into Pluto's cauldron and ladle out the desirable art form. Where I meandered off in that realm is it's like being born highly investigative intelligence, born into a hiding family, because you're like, I'm on it. And, a long history of underworld detective work, and the old detective novels that go back to 231 BC in China say the purpose of the magistrate is to dive into the underworld in order to restore human affairs to be in accord with the mandate of heaven. They do say, everything's pitching to us because we need help now, and all the teachings. And so the 231 BC detective novels said, if you're going to do that, dive into the underworld, it's good to have a buddy or two with whom one can trade dark humor and spicy quips and cheat death. So we go, who's up for equal alchemy trading quips? So it's good to have dark humored, spicy accomplice. And then they said, and here comes your authenticity, They said the best protection in the underworld is authenticity. And if you are authentic, it's sort of like a Saturn boundary. Bad people will come up and go, I was going to rob you and kill you, but I can feel, Taurus texture, that you're authentic. So I want to join your team, but I have underworld skills you will need. Right? So I love that from 231 BC to us now. So Saturn opposes your moon natally, and now it trines your moon. Men, authority, structure, whatever was inquisitionally constraining before, is now your ally. And again, the worthy experiment, in micro circumstance and larger, is Venus in Taurus. I love sensual stability. And Uranus says, but never at the cost of autonomy. If you have to choose between relationship and autonomy, I'll take autonomy. The assignment, have relationship that enhances both people's freedom, radically traditional, picking through things, sifting through, keep this, toss that, toss that, toss that.